Hello, and finally, welcome back to Driveway. It has been a little bit of time. We left off building part of this fence, and as you can see, the rest of it's completely done. So that was, what was it? A little bit after Christmas, maybe? So I took the lax a couple months off, decided to finish up one of the rooms in the house, kind of get that taken care of. Videotaping is kind of a hassle sometimes, so when you need to get some done, you gotta put that camera down. But anyways, let's go take a quick look at the fence, and then we can talk about what we plan on doing for this year. So, it's a bunch of stuff, so let's go check it out. Alright, so like I was saying, did a lot of stuff with the house, finished off the room where I pretty much sleep out of. There's a few more rooms left to do, but I decided to take a little rustic flavor to go with this one. I think it turned out halfway decent. Got some nice wood. Got the TV and put a spot for the computer to go, so that way I can do all my video edits and won't be interfered by the wife that runs around wanting to use my computer as well. So, that should be a pretty good deal. Now, back out here, you can see this is a section that we got done last time. I got to trim these nails off. That looks like some sort of Mad Max level stuff. Zombie apocalypse. So I got that one finished off. That one's built a little heavier than this side. You can see we only have one cross brace versus the double. And then we only have these two sections here versus three. Now, the only reasoning for doing that is it makes this one lighter. So this one is the main one that we're going to be opening and closing most often. So I want it to be a little lighter to make things a little less pain in the butt. And I wanted this one to be super heavy for kind of more of a security purpose. So when we lock her up with a board and the bolt, that it actually remains relatively sturdy. So it does wiggle a little bit, but we've had some insane winds in the months after fixing it up, and nothing's moved one bit. So, now that we got that squared away, I got the little door here, kind of rigged up similar fashion. Should keep it from doing any weird sagging stuff. We still have room if we need to. We can come in with a metal plate over some of the junctions. So, I'm just kind of waiting for it all to dry out. And you'll see some of these start pulling away as the boards start shrinking. So once we get it acclimated to the area and it's done with this shrinking, expanding type of stuff, we can see if there's any reinforcements needed. But I think it should hold up pretty well on its own. Now the latching mechanism This is kind of an interesting setup. This is your standard latch for a fence gate, but this they kind of intend for like a chain pull, kind of a weird type of thing. But we can show you what I actually did on the other side. Hooked a handle onto a hinge and then passed the wire through the hinge hole. That way, as you pull the handle, it unlocks the latch. So then when your door is shut, fully secure, you just come through, grab a hold, and away you go. Pretty simple mechanism for a halfway decent operation. So as you can see, it blocks off the whole section of the driveway pretty nice. Makes it pretty cozy and kind of more secluded back here. Not having to worry too much about whether I leave the garage door open or not, because you can't really see whether it's open. So that's kind of nice. Creates a new kind of security layer. Less people are likely to look around in this disaster back here that I gotta clean up. So kind of keeps some of the neighbors off your back. So when you're in the middle of a project that creates this mess, other people don't have to see that. So then we can get all that cleaned up and nobody's gonna notice. So that's the basic rundown. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Kind of showed a little bit of what we got going on, why I've kind of stayed away. It's kind of been some of it winter time. Didn't want to have to heat the garage, monkey around with stuff, figure out what to do, drag it in the cold weather, and I just decided to skip that, work on the house. So anyways, this year we've got a lot planned out. We've kind of got just a little bit more to mess around with on the Crossfire. Kind of want to finish dialing in the boost controller, so that way we can start turning that thing up, get it dyno tuned, and start ripping some times out there. Next on the process, we got a bunch more with the giant car hauler over here. We've got doors to put in, other doors to put in, do some suspension work on there so we can have some airlift, so we can drop that bumper right on the ground to get the Crossfire into it. Then we are going to pull in the Raider. We've got a bunch of stuff planned on there, a couple casualties of life, and we'll get that straightened up and ready to roll as well. Then probably coming up next, we'll have finishing up the work on the Camry. We kind of left off needing to put like a safari basket on the top and do a couple little minor tuning things, and then we can officially call that one done. So maybe one episode we can get that taken care of. Then we will also start the actual work on the new Honda Racer thingamajig. I bought a whole bunch of steel, got some parts, pedal boxes, that type of stuff, so we can start getting that straightened up. So, all in all, we got a lot of stuff to do, and hopefully, if there's time, we'll even swap a new motor into that big Ford pickup truck, if they can ever be at a decent price. Anyways, hopefully some of you guys haven't completely unsubscribed while I've been taking a rest. So we'll hope to see you again here, and videos should start rolling out here in these months pretty regular. Hopefully we'll get back to the 2 per week No guarantees on that because we got more house stuff I need to take care of, and there's way too many wannabe house experts on the internet for me to even post any of that stuff. So we'll stick with this type of stuff that people have no clue about. Anyways, thanks again for stopping by and watching. Hopefully, we'll get to see you again later.